Hi, this is Todd with Cemetery Walks. We happen to be at a very special place. This is the Lauderdale Confederate and Union Cemetery in Lauderdale, Mississippi, right outside of Meridian. It's a small cemetery, but there are quite a few Confederates and Union soldiers buried here. So we're going to take a brief look around, sit back, relax, and enjoy the walk.
Cemetery walks. Come on a journey through the veil of time, where the voices of the lost in the silence chime. With every step, their stories rise through the mist where history lies. A cemetery walks will find their trace, unravel the lifetime can't erase. Cemetery walks, the past comes alive when history talks. Cemetery walks, the past comes alive when history talks.
In the rolling pine country of Lauderdale County, Mississippi, just north of Meridian, lies a quiet, solemn testament to one of the most turbulent chapters in American history, the Lauderdale Springs Confederate Union Cemetery. What was once a scenic resort destination centered around healing mineral springs became, through the crucible of the Civil War, a place marked by morality, care, conflict, remembrance, and enduring questions about how we remember the fallen. Before 1861, Lauderdale Springs was a thriving destination where visitors sought out the restorative powers of its mineral waters. With the outbreak of the Civil War, the resort's infrastructure and proximity to rail transport made it an ideal location for Confederate Hospital. The spur line that once brought vacationers now brought the wounded. Soldiers brought to the hospital had often been wounded in key engagements throughout Mississippi and the Western Theater, including battles such as Shiloh, Iuka, Corinth, Jackson, and Vicksburg. Those who died in the hospital were buried nearby. Over time, markers have been placed to honor the memory of these men, though precise burial records are incomplete and debated. In October of 1863, Confederate President Jefferson Davis visited Lauderdale Springs. His brother Joseph and sister-in-law Eliza were living in the area after their home at Davis Bend was destroyed. Eliza died while at Lauderdale Springs and was initially buried across the road from the cemetery, later being reinterred at Davis Island after the war. By the late 19th and early 20th centuries, local organizations and historical societies took steps to mark and preserve the burial ground. A kiosk was installed listing approximately 800 names associated with the burials. Local historians and Civil War scholars, however, note that although the kiosk at the cemetery commemorates both Confederate and Union dead, evidence suggests no Union soldiers were actually buried on site. The cemetery's inclusion in the Meridian Civil War Trail reflects its significance in telling the broader story of the war in Mississippi, from the battlefield casualties and medical care to the shifting landscape of memory and heritage tourism. Here we have B.D. Walters, Company C, 7th Battalion, Mississippi Volunteers, June 16th, 1832, and to 1862. Thank you much for your service, sir. Benjamin Delane Walters was born on June 16, 1823. Though his headstone reads 1832, census records place his birth as 1823. He was born to his father Asa C. Walters and mother Martha Mima Trest in the town of Jones, Mississippi. He had 5 siblings: Albert, Lavissie Ann, Elander Ellen, Dicey J., and Asa A.C. Jr. In 1855, he married Harriet Ann Johnson, and they had 3 children together: John Wesley, Amanda E., and Harriet Ann. All survived to adulthood. On May 12, 1862, Benjamin enlisted as a private in Company C, 7th Battalion, Mississippi Infantry Volunteers, under Captain A.M. Dozier, for a total of 3 years. Benjamin unfortunately passed away on November 20th, 1862, at the Lauderdale Confederate Hospital of unknown causes. These here, and these few rows right here, are all unknown Union soldiers. At least they're marked as such. I don't know why. These are different. These just say unknown. They're definitely made either before or after these here. But they do all say unknown U.S. soldiers. We have Private Benjamin L. Walters, Company 8, Mississippi Infantry, 1863. Charles I. Collier, Company I, 33rd Regiment, Mississippi Infantry. W.C. McDaniel, Company E, 27th Regiment, Texas Cavalry. Seems like all the ones on this side are all unknown, and the ones that are known are here, with a few spread out that are unknown. Private R.D. Pendarvis, Company A, 14th Confederate Cavalry, 1841 to 1964. Sergeant W.J. Sweeney, Company D, 6th Mississippi Cavalry, August 18th, 1843 to August 19th, 1864. So I'm basically looking around at random. Private WMCL Wilder, WM or W. McLeod. I can't understand that last name. I'll find out who you are. Company B, 1st Battalion, Georgia, SS, 1833, and to 1864. John Barby, 25th Arkansas. Mr. Turner, Kentucky. P.G. Tyson, Company B, 12th Kentucky Cavalry. Private James Allen Couch, Company D, 41st Georgia Infantry, 1834 to May 25th, 1862.
As visitors walk the quiet rows of Lauderdale Springs Confederate Union Cemetery today, they tread through layers of American history, the hopeful purpose of healing springs, the brutal reality of war, and the enduring effort to honor those lost. In this place of rest, stories of service, suffering, and remembrance converge, inviting reflection not only on the Civil War battles, but also on how we remember and interpret the past for future generations.